Hey everyone, welcome back to the Technical Fest. I'm Sheikh Wasim and continuing the HTML and CSS part. And today I will tell you about what are the ways you can apply CSS to your HTML file. There are generally 3 ways and you must know all the 3 for applying CSS to your HTML file. So let's start. So here we go. We have to open the Sublime text. Create a new file, Control N, and we'll save that file. We'll save this with the relevant name. Like I'm saving here with style HTML test.html extension, and we'll save that. So we'll restart the HTML. If you don't know how to start with HTML, do watch the previous video. I have also given the link in description, and it was the first video in HTML playlist. So we'll go inside the body tag, take a div, and then close the div, and we'll write over here h1 tag and close the h1 tag, and we'll write something heading over here h1. This is heading text. Okay, so this is not only the heading tag in HTML, we can also take another heading called h2. We take h2, write some text over here. This is h2 heading. They'll find the difference in the browser. What is the difference between h1 h2? We also have the another heading. We have 6 headings in HTML. We take it like h1 h2 h3 h4 h5 h6. I'll show you. I'll take all the headings over here. I will take h4 and I'll take h5. What will happen with this heading? Like, it will decrease the headings. The use of heading is that you don't have to apply the line height like you apply for the any text. You don't have to apply for the headings. It automatically adapts the height and width of HTML file. So we'll take one more div to write some paragraph inside that. To write the paragraph, we'll take a tag of HTML called P. Then we close the tag, and whatever you have to write, you can write inside this. Like I'm writing, this is paragraph. Okay, so let's save this. Let's go to front end and see how it looks. To open front end, you know what we have to do. We have to open with any browser. I'm opening with Google Chrome, and this is the HTML we have written over there. Heading text, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, 5, 6, and this is last the paragraph. Let's see it's a structure by inspect element, and this is a structure we have written same over here, div 1, div 2, and inside div 2 it's paragraph. So now we'll do a styling over this HTML. This is the first type of styling we do. To do that, we go to any HTML tag, we put the space, and for style we write style, and we put equal to and inverted commas. Everything you write will be inside this inverted comma for styling. Suppose I'm taking any new style like background, and you will also see that lists are appearing here of background properties. You can also select here if you are forgetting anything. Like I'm taking here background color. Let me take the color black. You can also take the hex code of any color, like hex code of black is #000. You can find the hex code inside the browser. And I'll take the color white because everything is default black in HTML. If I leave the color, it will appear black. So let's go to the front end and refresh. you can see the background color is changed, although text have gone white. So this is the way to write CSS in any HTML. Let's take one more property, text align, like you take in MS Word, left, right, or center. I'm taking your center, and let's go to the front end and see everything went in center and looks pretty cool. Let's go back to the file. So this is the way you can apply to any HTML tag. Like I am taking one more tag, h2. Let's take h2. You know what you have to do is style equal to inverted commas, and inside that you will write the property. I'll take a property color and I'll change its color to red. Let's go to the front end and refresh. You can see the h2 heading is changed to red color. You can also apply to any individual tag, that is h6, paragraph, div, or any HTML starting tag. So that was the first way called inline CSS, in which you define all the properties to each and every element. The demerit of inline CSS is you have to write too much styles for individual elements. So let's move to the second one. Take a new file, save this again with the relevant name. Let me take some same name with continuing one in that, like I will take style1 test1 .html and save it. This is the HTML saved. I have pasted the same HTML we took in the first one. This is same. Let me show you in the front end. Open this file with the browser, and you can see this is the same without any styling. This is the first one, this is the second one without any styling. So again, go back to that file. We have taken the second one, and this is the second way to write HTML. For that, inside heading, what we take a style tag. This is the predefined tag that is called style, and also we close that style tag with, like we close all the HTML tags. And whatever property you have to define, you write inside style. Like I'll write body, and if you have to take div, you will write div. If you take h1, you just write h1, and then you put the curly braces, and inside curly braces you write the property, like we write here background color. You might have seen in previous one we wrote background color inside the body tag. Now we are writing over here. This is the second way. That's blue. Let's take color also. That's white. Has triple with the hex code of white. So let's save this, and we can also do the formatting over here to look it good. Like each line we are applying one CSS. Can also not do that if you don't want. So let's refresh and see, and this is the color applied to this. Let's take one more property called text align, so that it would look same as the first one in terms of alignment. Go there and refresh. So this is the first one, this is the second one. You can see the difference we have applied, and the styling is not in line, that is over internal file. So whatever you have to apply, you can do apply inside the style tag. So this is the body we are applying the CSS. You can also apply the CSS with class. You know how to define a class. Class equal to then class name, like I am taking its name body box. And to apply CSS to the class, go to that CSS starting, put dot, and then class name. Dot defines the class name of any HTML tag, and let's change the color to black and see that is applied or not. Refresh this, and it is applied. So this means that we can also apply the CSS with class, and also we can apply the CSS with ID. So let's take one ID. Let's define its ID, body ID, and copy this ID, and what we will do, apply this CSS with ID. Remove this. To define an ID, over here we write hash and ID name, and save this. Let's change the color also, so that we might know that it is changing or not, and refresh this. You can see the text are changed. That means we can also apply the CSS with ID. So this is the second way we can apply the CSS. So that was the second way called internal CSS, which will only be applied to the element of HTML where it is written, that is within the single file, and this is also its drawback. So the third property called external CSS is recommended and is best practice to HTML. Because of that, you can apply same CSS to any HTML file. You have to just include the CSS in that and it will be called automatically. Let's see that. Take a new file, save this file with the name style HTML test2.html extension and save this. So I have pasted the same thing over here, and let's see how it looks without styling in comparison to the first file and the second file. This will be the external CSS. So let's go to the desktop, open this file with the browser, and you can see it doesn't contain any CSS. 1, 2, and this is the third file, doesn't contain any CSS. So go back to the third file. To apply CSS to this file, we will use an external link. That means we have to take a file, save that file with the CSS extension. Like I'm taking the name style and .css extension and save this. And we'll write the property whatever we want in this inside this file, and it will be applied to that. Like I'm taking body, curly braces, and define the property like background. I will take the background color only. Let's take background color green. Color will take white, that is hex code #FFF, and also we'll take text align center. So now let's refresh this, and you can see it is not applying over here. So to apply this file to previous third one, what we'll do, we will take a link here. Link is an predefined HTML tag which links to any file, that is a link. And to link any file, we write an href tag inside this. We go inside this and write href, and the file name like style.css was my file name. If a file name is in, you can write just file name. And do remember, file name and HTML should be at same location. If you don't have at the same location, write the folder name before that file name. Like let me show you just for reference purpose, like folder name / and that file name if you have the file inside any another folder. So let's save this and let's go and refresh. It is applying or not? It is still not applying. That means that we have some linking error, and that error is of relationship. HTML has rel tag that defines the relationship of that file, that tells HTML that what is the type of that file. Let's write style sheet, and it will read that file as a style sheet of this HTML doc. So let's go and refresh. You can see everything is applied perfectly. That means that rel style sheet defines the relation of style.css, that style.css is the style sheet of this HTML doc. If you have JS file, you have to change the rel to anything else. So this is the relation. This is the third type of HTML we can apply to any HTML5. This is the one, this is the second file, and this is the third file. You can see the difference. Hope you have got the ways to apply CSS. If you're stuck anywhere, do comment in the section below and also tell us your great creativity. I will love to show that in my next video. Hit like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.